You get a lot of clients through social media, referrals, and an email list. You might think that you have a good amount of leads or literally everyone you can handle right now. Now, when you scroll through social media and even see my posts, you might think, yeah, that's great for other people, but do I need a website for my business? I'm doing pretty well right now. Listen, the answer is a resounding yes. Unless you have a monopoly in what you do and you never want to grow your business beyond where you are right now, you need a website. Like, it's not even an option in 2024, let alone for the last 30 years. Even if you're rocking sales with DMs and simple landing pages, you need a website that builds trust in your business. Now, if you don't believe me, I totally get it. I talk to people all day long who think they don't need a website anymore. But let me tell you, without one, you're putting your business at risk. Let's break down the 4 big reasons you need a website, even in 2024. Now, listen, the most important reason you need a website right now, it's the only part of your marketing that you truly, fully own. You could be thinking, but I control my Instagram account and it does great. Sure, that's true. But what happens when you randomly lose access to that account and you have to start from scratch? This isn't just an Instagram thing either. I've heard horror stories from multiple people over the last 6 months or so, especially that they've gotten had to start over on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and that what used to be called Twitter, because of some weird glitch. They either got hacked or got reported for something ridiculous or just couldn't get logged back in for one reason or another. There's zero customer support for any of these platforms and no real way to get back in. So you have no choice but to say goodbye to potentially thousands of followers and a dedicated audience and build from scratch, hoping that the people that were following you before will find you again. You cannot put all of your eggs in the social media basket. What happens if you're in the middle of launching a great new service and suddenly it's just gone? Now, let's be real. The billionaires who own these platforms don't care about you losing your account. But when you have a website, you have a place on the internet that is actually yours. You own it, you control it, you choose what it looks like. You even get to take your customers through the journey that you want them to take. Even better, when you can reach more than 2% of your raving fans when you create content on your website. No algorithms, just people who are interested and can come back and find it whenever they want to find it. Now, I don't think every brand new business needs a website, but if you want to grow and scale your business, you do. Why? Because your website is the base for your online business. It's what you build everything else on. Okay, nerd moment. Think of when you played with Lego as a kid, or if you're like me, like yesterday, to build creations. You often needed a base plate, that big green thing with all of the dots, right, that you would set everything else and build on. Now, you could build your bricks up as high as you like because you've locked them into a foundation. Even if somebody knocked the table, they're not going to move. That's your website. You create a space online that's 100% yours. Then you get to build on top of that with other strategies like social media and email marketing. But you start with the base first before you try to create something amazing, or your business can tumble. Now, okay, maybe you're not worried about losing your Instagram account. You can just send an email to your list and tell them where your new account is and just start there, right? And maybe it's good to get rid of people that are no longer a good fit for your audience. That also can be nice. Now, listen, if this is what you're thinking as I talk about your website as the base for your business, then I've got some tough love for you. A website builds trust with your audience. When they see that you've invested maybe some time and a little bit of money into your business, you look more legitimate. You're not an Instagram account that could disappear tomorrow after they Venmo you 500 bucks. You've planted your flag on the internet and staked this little corner for yourself. Now, just merely having a website that looks half decent doesn't even need to be great. It just needs to exist, right? Can help to improve your online presence and your sales. But you may be thinking, what about those people that get referred to you? If you deal mostly in referrals, how does a website help them? Listen, if you are getting a ton of referrals and think that they're never going to look at your website, you are wrong. Think about the last time that you asked friends and other professionals for a referral for your business. You probably got at least 2 or 3 people back from them that you wanted to check out and you wanted to see who was the best fit for you. So, how did you decide which of these professionals you were going to work with? You looked into them. You checked their social, their reviews, and their website. A website is the fastest place for someone to get to know you and what you do. In just a few minutes or even seconds, they can tell whether or not you're going to be a good fit to work with them. So, what's the flip side of this? When a referral can't find your website because you have none, they might forget to look further into working with you altogether. After all, if they can't find you online, are you really real? Now, here's where things get really cool. Perhaps my favorite advantage of having a website. When you have a website for your business, it can literally bring people to you that are exactly who you want to help. Now, I will mind you that you can't just build a website and expect it to deliver these people. This traffic is what we call it. Keep in mind that there is an estimated 1.13 billion websites on the internet. That was like a year ago, so I'm sure there's at least another point 1 billion, right? Now, this might intimidate you and make you think, so how can people find me in this mess? Easy. Through SEO. Search engine optimization, or SEO, is a powerful tool that you can use to your advantage that allows you to get found on Google and other search engines. Considering that the top traffic source for all websites is organic search, this isn't something you want to neglect, right? Now, let's talk about why that's powerful. When someone is typing into Google, they're looking for an answer to their problem right now. They're actively hunting for that answer, right? They are searching for it. That means they are far more likely to buy from you because they're ready to buy. Research shows that B2B companies generate double the revenue from SEO and organic search than any other strategy. Double. Now, listen, if you want your website to bring in people while you sleep or you're even on vacation, you need to get serious about your SEO. Now, the good news for you is that Lauren Gaggioli and I just revealed the SEO secrets that can earn you revenue in episode 79. And that's linked in today's show notes. Now, a lot of your SEO comes from how your website is built. So that's called technical SEO. But then when you create amazing content, which goes further anyway, for your customers and Google. So you want to make sure the customers is the first emphasis, but then you follow some rules to make sure Google can find it and deliver those people to you. And then it just brings more and more people to you because the best part about SEO, it compounds over time. So any investment you make can pay you back for years, right? That's pretty cool. Now, perhaps the most obvious reason you need a website, I'm not even sure how people make sales without one. Now, maybe I'm old school, but let me explain. You post a service on Instagram. Where do people go to learn more about it? You don't have a lot of space to talk about it on social. So, are you talking about it over and over and over again? That can be annoying to you, but especially since something like only 2% of the people who follow you will see your post, that means you have to try to wedge everything into that one post for your message to really come across. Then you might have to get on a long discovery call with people who aren't the right fit for your service because they have no way to weed themselves out. The introvert in me is dying just a little bit at the just thinking about that, right? Now, your website should be a literal sales tool. So use it. When you have a clearly defined sales page on your website for each of your services, hopefully you have more than one, you can do a lot less manual work. Your potential customers can get directed to just a page on your website where they get all of the details, including price, if you want to share that, and then choose whether or not they're the right fit to work with you. Now, you can't just throw content up there on a page. You need to craft a sales page that will convert, which is great for you because we talked about that last week. Don't you just love this energy? But once you have a formula locked in, that same sales page can sell your service over and over again without you having to do anything at all. Now, does this sound amazing? Because honestly, it truly is. No one has an endless amount of time to sit on their hands or to sit on sales calls that go nowhere or mess with algorithms that change on the daily. Stop trying to do everything through channels that were never meant to sell, right? A lot of these were meant to be social, not salesy. And instead, it's time to think about creating a website that can be your home base online. Or, your base plate for the rest of the Lego pieces that make up your business. Now, however nerdy you want to get with that, the point is stop renting your space online and let's own it instead. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you the same time next week.